Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we are going to study about analyzing paragraphs. This is unit number 3 of your textbook, Focus on Comprehension. Students, after listening to today's lesson, you would be able to examine the way different paragraphs are constructed in non-fiction, as the examples which would be discussed are related to newspaper articles, which are obviously non-fiction writings. Then you would be able to learn what makes an effective introductory paragraph. You would be told how different writers construct introductory paragraphs in different ways so as to enhance readers' curiosity and their interest. Then you would be able to discuss the way in which a writer orders the main body paragraphs in an information text. Then you'll be able to summarize each paragraph of an argument text. Instead of stating the subject clearly, some expert writers hide the subject, increasing the reader's curiosity and making the reading more enjoyable. This technique keeps the readers more attentive and inquisitive. Means the reader reads the piece of writing more attentively as to find the answers to his or her questions. Example is the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C. is a brainy place. It is the guardian for more than 300 human brains, all stored in a climate-controlled facility in Maryland. One of these brains has been receiving a lot of attention lately. Students, let's discuss how is this paragraph constructed. In this way, we are going to analyze the construction of this paragraph. The word brainy in the first sentence is striking. It is inviting our attention. And if we read it carefully, we can notice that it has a pun upon it, means double meaning, and it has been used as a joke. This sentence is obviously the topic sentence of the paragraph. The next sentence is making the concept of a brainy place clear by explaining it. Means the explanation that is incorporated in the second sentence is making the idea of brainy place clear. Then the third sentence gives a hint of the subject matter, but still the information is kept hidden. The readers just have a hint about the matter, and they are unable to know exactly what the article is about. So this is the technique that is enhancing the interest of the reader, and the readers want to read what happens next, and as they become more inquisitive and more curious about knowing what is going to happen to that brain. Students, you have got an idea about how introductory passages are constructed and how you can analyze the introductory paragraphs. Here you are going to know about the structure of main body paragraphs. Some texts have different paragraphs organized in a chronological order. What is chronological order? It means the presentation of the events in a sequence. This happens in the text that contains some kind of a story. So the different paragraphs are constructed in a proper sequence. As you can notice an example that is present in your textbook, page number 17 and 18. This article follows a chronological sequence in the following manner. Second paragraph in the first is the first one starting the main body of the text. Means first paragraph is introductory paragraph, then second paragraph starts the main body of the text. Second and third paragraphs describe the story of the central character's life. The name of the central character is Ishi, and the next two paragraphs explain what happened after his death, taking the story up to the present day. Thus, this arrangement of the sequence makes it a chronological structure. Students, so the article that has been used and as example before, that is also a piece of non-fiction, but that contained the story of a person. So the sequence of events was chronological in that title, in that article. Now, most of the non-fiction paragraphs cannot be structured chronologically because they do not contain any story, and they just give an explanation of something, or they present some kind of an argument. Thus, a writer has to choose his or her own structure according to the logic of his argument. So we can say that the statements are logically presented in different paragraphs in most of the non-fiction pieces of writing. Now you have to read article entitled as "Never Have So Many People Worried So Much About So Little," that is present on Focus on Comprehension page number 19 to 21, and you would have an idea that how most of the paragraphs in non-fiction writings are constructed. Summary writing. Summary writing involves restating in your own words what you have read. Means when you write a summary, you use your own words to describe what is present over there in the writing. Summary should be written in different words from those used in the original writing. Means it should be written in your own words, and those words should be different from those which are already used in that writing. Summary enables the readers to determine what is the most important to remember once the reading is completed. And it is important to identify the main idea or main ideas and restate them for purpose of retention or for purpose of preservation. Means later on, just reading a summary can give you a hint about the main thing that is being conveyed through the passage. Characteristics of a good summary. It is brief, means it is short. It is to the point, containing the major idea of the text, means irrelevant details must be omitted. It omits trivial information, trivial means unimportant, and collapses lists into a word or phrase. Means if there are lists present in the paragraphs, those lists can be conveyed simply in one word or some short phrase. Then, summary is not merely a retelling or a photocopy of the text. If you write a summary in this way, then obviously that would not at all be considered a summary, and you won't be given any credit for it. Students, you have to read the article present on textbook page number 19, 20, and 21, and then you are supposed to summarize different paragraphs present in that article. Now, in this book, the writer has presented an example for you, and he has summarized paragraph number 2, that is the first main body paragraph of this article. What I have done, I have taken paragraph number 3 and I have summarized it for your better understanding. Now I'm going to read this paragraph and tell you the meaning of it in Urdu language, and then I would tell you about the summary and its Urdu translation as well. In this way, you people would be able to understand it in a better way. A decade ago, mobiles were big and clumsy. यानी एक दहाई पहले मोबाइल्स बड़े साइज के भी थे और क्लमजी या ऑकवर्ड लुकिंग थे, एंड पीपल वरीड ओनली अबाउट द बलूनिंग बिल्स. और लोगों की जो परेशानी थी मोबाइल्स के बारे में वो सिर्फ ये थी कि बिल जो है वो बढ़ता जाएगा, एंड द एम्बेरसमेंट ऑफ अ वॉबलिंग सेल फोन गोइंग ऑफ इन अ हश्ड थिएटर. और ये शर्मिंदगी भी उनको उठानी पड़ती थी कि अक्सर जो है वो थिएटर में खामोशी होती और किसी का मोबाइल फ़ोन ऑकवर्डली बजने लगता. तो ये दोनों फ़िक्रें लाहक थीं मोबाइल यूज़र्स को अ डेकेड अगो. नाउ मोबाइल्स आर स्वेल्ट फैशन आइटम्स. आजकल के जो मोबाइल्स हैं वो स्लिम होते हैं और वो स्मार्ट होते हैं, फैशन आइटम्स हैं, और लेकिन फियर्स आज भी हैं. और आज कल जो फियर है वो क्या है कि माइक्रोवेव रेडिएशन जो प्रोड्यूस होगी मोबाइल के यूजेज से वो हमारी हेल्थ को डैमेज करेगी. तो मेन जो आइडिया है इसमें वो इसमें इस पैसेज के अगर हम देखें वर्ड मैंने काउंट किए तो ये 45 वर्ड्स बनते थे। मैंने जिस तरह से इसको समराइज किया है वो देखते हैं। इफ द पास्ट लार्ज साइज्ड awkwardly ringing mobiles caused an increasing bill payment tension, today's smart cell phones cause the same anxiety about radioactivity. मीन्स अगर पास्ट के बड़े साइज के और अजीब से तरीके से बजते हुए मोबाइल्स लोगों के अंदर बिल को पे करने की टेंशन बढ़ाते थे, तो आज के जो स्मार्ट सेल फोन्स हैं वो भी उसी तरह की एक फ़िक्र लोगों में पैदा करते हैं, और वो फ़िक्र है रेडियो एक्टिविटी के बारे में या रेडियो एक्टिविटी के मुज़िर असरात के बारे में। So students, you can notice that my summary contains just 20 words and the whole idea of the passage has been summarized in a beautiful and apt manner. I hope you have understood how to summarize the text, and you will be able to summarize different texts with practice. You need to practice it a lot in order to be able to construct a good summary. Activity number 1. Read the following paragraph and summarize it in your own words. The ugliness of the soul shows through. People trying to have fun in any illicit way break the limits of society, religion, and morality. This trend spoils the personality of such people and they look detestable and ugly. The natural purity and innocence of a face fades away due to some abominable activities. It is so because these people are going against the flow and laws of nature, especially against the laws related to the morality. So the ugliness or emptiness of soul, character, and personality are obvious even on the first look, and they spoil the artificially made up bearing too. Activity number 2. Summary of the second paragraph has been given in the book, page number 21, whereas that of the third paragraph has been included as an example of a good summary in today's presentation. Following the given examples, summarize the paragraphs 4 to 13 in no more than 3 sentences. Refer to your textbook Focus on Comprehension, page number 19 to 21. Summarize the central argument in not more than 50 words. Students, I hope you have understood today's lesson. Now start doing your assigned work.